Sai. Welcome guys to another tutorial. This tutorial I'm gonna teach you guys how to animate with Moon Animator 2. And yes, for this tutorial you will require to have Moon Animator. I know the price is expensive, but in the meanwhile, let's just get started. So what you wanna do first is open Roblox Studio on your computer. Open Roblox Studio, and then let's just say open, and then after you open Roblox Studio, I want you to make a new space plate. Basically, it doesn't matter. You can use any event, but you can make your custom on the future. Yes. All right. And now that you got your base plate open, the first thing you're gonna start is decorate your setting, your background. So basically, if you're gonna I basically use more free builds on my videos. So if you want to make your own, that's up to you guys. You can use also a free build. It's not gonna affect you anything. But let's say you want to make an animation of a house. You get a house here, pretty clean, nice house, pretty chill. All right. So now after that, you probably let's have some road on it. Let's have like a road. Okay, yeah, that's not okay. Yeah, I think this should work. So yeah, basically you get your setting, you get you just get what you need for the video. You don't have to like absolutely go all over the map. I mean, you can, you just have to, you obviously. But anyways, that's because we got our setting. It's a little bit too basic with the base plate, so we're gonna have some grass. So we'll make it like the texture a little bit better, and also make sure like to stretch all the grass to all base plate, because it might just like you might be asking, why do we need to stretch it out? Because for one, if you like record the camera and if you don't stretch it out like this, for example, the base plate can still be showing on the video, and that's probably that's gonna cause a lot of less interesting. Okay, now that you got your setting, the next step to do is get your characters ready. So you basically just want to open character inserter, and then from here now you use it says for the character inserter. For now, you have to pick your character to get a custom character, like from if you wanna make an animation for a friend or for a fan or for a YouTuber. You first of all want to see if you want to get their avatar, you first want to go to Roblox. You want to first go to Roblox, and then just go to like their avatar, basically. For example, let me just take let me take this for a second. Let me take mistaken for a second. So if you want to import his avatar on Roblox Studio, you basically want to copy only this link. You don't want to copy the whole link, or I'll show you the second step after this. But after you copy the link, just Control C, and then basically copy the account name or /ID on it, and then click insert, and it should show up on this little screen image. I'm sure show the character. After you do that, you should click insert, and then it should just import the character for you. So it should it should be the character here. Yeah, pretty basic. But if you can't get if you want to do, there's another way you can do this. You don't have to always use the username, the ID, but you can also try using the username by just copying the username, not the icon, just the username. So after you copy his username, then you click insert, and it will do the same thing basically. So we'll have any problems, it will insert the avatar for you, and then we'll have problems. Also, if you're like an R6 animator and you start learning, I'll recommend, if you're new, I'll recommend using R15. R6 is like more complex animation. You might have to like learn a lot of skill from it, but if you don't want to choose any of these, just click original, and we'll give the original the avatar has. So basically, to this person, so basically Stigma has R15, so the original will be R15. So now that you got your character, now the most simplest thing to do is start the animating, basically. Yeah. All right, so now that you got your character, your background, everything, we can start by animating. We can start by animating. So what you want to do is open Moon Animator. Something should show up like this. So it should say Moon Animator supported by Bold. That's, yeah, basically. So now the way you import characters is by you can click by new animator file and then click the item, and then, or you can click add, or you can click 9 on your keyboard and it will work the same thing. You can just click 9 and it will do the same thing. So that's how you basically add a character. You just click here, click the character, you select the rig, and then select the option for rig, because if you choose C frame, it's only gonna let you move the character, not move the arms and legs and the head. So you want to select rig, and then after you've done that, you're gonna want to click OK. And when you've done that, you should be able to see his segments, or always the best to use it's rig. So it should say lower torso, upper torso, right upper arm, right lower arm, right hand, and the head, and right upper arm and lower arm, left hand, basically all that. So now that you got all the rig, I'm gonna show you the second step you can do. The second way you can do import a character. So the second way you can import a character is by selecting the rig and just click the new rig animation, and we'll just import it for you without just click the, you just select the rig, then you click the new rig animation, then also import the rig for you, and that's how you basically do it. Alright, now that you got everything set up, you got your character, you got your setting, you got the background, you got your whole place and everything. Now it's time for animating. So for Moon Animator, you can, for beginners, I'll recommend using ease, but I would not recommend using a lot of ease because your animation might look a little bit curvy, weird. So for animation, for the first animation I'm gonna teach you guys is walking. How to make a walking animation. A walking animation is really simple. I'll say I'll show you guys a simple animation walking, and then I'll show you a complex animation walking. So for a normal animation walking, I will just animate by every 30 frames, like 30, 60, 90. So that's basically, so for the first frame, this is my recommendation. I'll just let you guys know, just select the whole rig if you don't want to mess it up anything. But if you don't want to, that's up to you. So okay. So now that you got everything selected, now you want to start this by moving the arms, one to the front and one to the back. So that's how you doing, guys. And now we want to move the lower arm, one to the right, one to the front, one to the other one to the front, just basically like this. So after now you're done that, now you wanna do you wanna move the up the torso just a bit, and not that much, so just a little bit to the left, like it looks like you're walking for this way. And now for the legs, for the legs you just have to move the same thing with the arms, just move one to the back and one to the front. But for one of the legs, for the lower leg, which is this one, you want to move for the one on front, you want to move it on back, so it looks like you're stepping, so that character looks like you're stepping on the floor. And now after you've done that, I now do the same thing with the other one, but instead of going in the front, just go on the back, and I will have no issue after that. And then if you see like the feet moving from the front, I'll recommend just moving the lower torso just a little bit, and then yeah, you have no problem. Now that you got everything set up, now there you go, that you have your walking animation. Now for the 30 frame, now you go to 30 frames. We're gonna now move. I'm gonna move to, just move a little bit, don't move too much, because if you move too much, your character's gonna go speed and it's gonna look it's gonna go crazy. That's what I'm saying. So now that you got on the 30 frames, now you want to move the legs now you're gonna move everything to the opposite direction. So for the back leg, just put it back on the front and put it in, just move the lower torso or arm, and there's simple there. And now just move the same, just do this basically the opposite for different arms. So just basically the opposite. Now that you got everything, you can, I'll say my recommendation on this part, guys. If you wanna not like take that long on doing the same process over again, I would recommend just copy and pasting the same torso. So I'll just say just copy everything except the lower torso, because if you copy the lower torso, it's gonna look like it's copied. So you can just do this, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, and basically that. And for the lower torso, just basically walk normal, just basically animate every frame, but try like to keep a rhythm so it doesn't look like it's running fast and slow. So if you see like that green, that orange number that looks like that, you want to keep track of that number when you move your lower torso. So let's say you want to move it 0.7, let's say 0.7. So now for the next frame you want to move it 0.7. So you like, because if you don't remember, keep track of that number, you probably might move it like to 1.1 or 0.5 or a little too low, a little too low. So just keep a track of that number and just like try to get it as close as possible to the previous number. So like 0.7. Now you just do that with everything basically. All right, now that we got our walking animation done, you can play it by just going back to 0 frames and then just click space on your keyboard, and it should let you play the animation. So let's see. So yeah, that's basically a normal walking animation, like a basic one. If you want to go to a better walking animation, I'll show you that in a minute, guys. But as you can see on this last frame, it looks like he's floating. So if you want to fix that, what you can do is make it so it doesn't look like it's floating. So you can make it like, just drop the lower torso a bit on this part, like right here. Lower it a bit, like right here, and then it will look like it's not floating. And that's how you basically fix that problem issue if you have an issue with that. So yeah, that's how you do a basic walking animation, like a basic one. And also, if you want to make it a little bit smoother, you can also try doing like select all the frames and then just use like in and out quad for the style, and then it should make it a little bit better. And yeah, basically that's how you do a basic walking. If you want to do a complex walking, so basically you have to animate every 15 frames. So this time you have to go every 15 frames. You have to animate now. So now you want to select all the rig like we did last time. So now instead of doing like just back and forth, you have to do it a little complex. So for the 15th frame, you're gonna want to move the torso just a little bit. Also, here we go. And now that you have the torso, you want to move you just choose any leg, doesn't matter. You just want to move the leg a little bit back forward. Just do basically the same thing as the first step we did on the basic walking animation, and then we go back here. Just do basically the same thing as the normal walking animation, but this time it will be more steps basically. All right, now that we got our complex, we have our first step. Now for the second step, you wanna go to the 30 frame. Now you wanna move the roller torso again, like you remember, just keep track of that number. And now for this one, instead of just going back and forth, now you wanna move this leg to the middle, just like if it was standing normal. It's normal. I'll move the torso a bit back over there. But for this leg, this is the difference. For this leg, now you want to move it to the front, the upper leg. Now for the lower leg, you want to move it almost all the way back, like that. Just want to move it all the way like that, all the way back, And now for the arms, instead of just moving them back and forth, like I said, just do it every 10 frame, every 10. Just keep track of the number. And for the lower arm, I'll just say do every 5%. Yeah, basic. And for this arm, same thing, just do 10, around 10. Now we go to the 45th frame. Now for the 45th frame, you want to move the upper leg a little bit more, just a little bit on to the right, to the top, and then move the lower leg just a little bit like this. And after that, so now you want to just move just a little bit, move this leg a little bit to the back, Same with the lower leg. Just move it a little bit, basically. And now for the arms, just do the same thing. Just do 10 to 10 per turn for the upper lung, and 10 and 5 for the upper. I mean for the lower arm. And for the upper torso, just move it a little bit back to the opposite direction, basically. Alright, now that you got everything set up, now you can see that it's kind of looking like a better walking animation. So now we got to 60 frames. Now you got 60 frames, now you want to do is you want to go move this a little bit back, or you can also try doing the lower torso first, but you want to make it look like straight line, but make it touch the ground like that. Make it just so it touches the ground, like right here. So it touches the ground, so it doesn't float anything. And for this one, you now want to move it a little bit back, right there. Then move it a little bit this right here. Move the lower one, and basically that's how you do it for the legs. And now you want to move it the lower torso a little bit back too, to the opposite direction. Now for the arms, now instead of doing 10 for the upper arms, you're gonna do 5. And for the lower arms, you're gonna go front by 2 instead of 5. So now you do basically the same thing. All right, now for the last for the frame 75, we're just gonna go back to the same position that we're on, the same 0, but instead it's gonna be the difference is gonna be that it's gonna be on the different a different leg. So for now we know. Just go back to the same direction. So put the lower leg now and put the lower leg, so it doesn't flow. Just move the lower torso. Now, yeah, just go back to basically the same position but from different legs. For the arms, you want to move it now. You're still gonna move it 5. Just don't. Just do it. Just basically do the same number for both arms. And now that you got everything they're ready up now. So if you wanna, so the next steps are really easy. There's basically the same thing, but just do the same different things for the other arm. So that's basically how you do it. The next start, I'll show you guys in a minute. So let me just do it. All right. So for this part, you can try animating the same thing again, but also you can also try doing this. You can also try doing like copy and paste. Basically, you can just copy this. You just copy. Oh, it doesn't copy the upper torso and the lower torso. That's just gonna mess up the animation. Just copy the right arms and the lower arms, and just basically just copy the same thing. You know, match the animations. And now for the lower torso. Like I said, the lower torso, just keep track of the number, just so it doesn't look like looks a little bit weird. So just keep track of the number. Just keep track of the number and just animate every frame. All right, now that you got everything done, you can just go back, like we said, you can just go back to 0 frames and just click space on your keyboard, and you can check the animation. Right, so it might not look normal. It might not look like a smooth animation, but I'll show you a keybind that will make your animation smoother. So also one thing before we tell you guys, don't try to do quad and in and out. Just gonna mess up the animation. This is what will happen if you do it now. Just make your animation look pausey, like laggy. So what you want to do instead is just select select everything except the the ending and the beginning keyframes. And then now you have everything selected. You want to press M, and then just it will just double, like duplicate the frames. But if it doesn't look smooth out, you can try doing it again. You can just select all the frames, the first one, the last one. Just click M, and then we'll just try doing it until it looks smoother to you, and that's how it make it a little bit smoother. So yeah, that's how basically you do a walking animation. So basically, guys, that's how you basically animate Moon Animator. So that's how you basically do. That's the basics of Moon Animator, guys. I'll try to do a part 2 on this video. This video, if this video gets 300 likes. But anyways, guys, that will be the end of the tutorial for this guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and hit that like on this video. I really appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you so much for 1 million subscribers again. Even though I'm literally late to this video, but thank you so much for 1 million subscribers. And yeah, guys, this is the end of the video. See you guys on the next video. Bye.